All right, I got a big core box bit here that I've had for quite a while. I don't even remember the last time I used it. I believe it's about, I believe it's a 2-inch. Inch and 3/4, yeah, probably 1 3/4, 2-inch, somewhere in there. Big bit anyway. So I made a test cut in a scrap piece here. And you have to imagine that this is the bottom of the door and that this is the case here. And then I'll reach under and grab it here. So that's the profile I'm going to cut right there. It's too long. I'll shorten it up by 1 inch. I like where it is here. That's fine with me, but out here that's just too big. I mean, my fingers aren't that large. So, or that wide. 1 inch off of that would be plenty good. So I won't bore you with the cuts. I'm just wanting to show you the setup. I'm going to use these are my stops for cutting this piece. And I'm going to cut at, this is my 0, then I'm going to go back 3/8 of an inch. I've got my height set to give me this depth here. It leaves me about 1/8 of an inch material up on top. So just a progressive thing. Drop it in, push it over, make the cut, move my fence back 1/8 of an inch each time, and make those passes. Now, because the doors are a left and a right, I've got to move my stops accordingly. But this, let me think here now. It doesn't matter. I could use this reference point here as my start point, which is about 1/2 an inch past my fence, or maybe 3/8. I'll just eyeball that, and then I'll use my setup block here. I used 3 inches before. I'll just use a 2-inch to set my stop. This is my 3-inch stop. I'll set it at 2, and that'll be plenty good. I was a little nervous at first, and I didn't really give this much thought because my first cut was only about this wide. But as I brought the fence back, this got to the dimension I wanted, and it looked really nice. Now, for comparison's sake, there. So I've pretty good eyeball on that. That's right on the money. But that's the difference a 1 inch makes. I mean, that thing is huge, and that's more acceptable in my book right there. So because of the size of that bit, this probably ended up being 3+ inches. Let me see here. Three and 3/4. So I'm glad I backed it down. That's plenty wide enough for my fingertips. I've got this tool holder kind of located the way I want it, I guess. There's really no reason or rhyme to put the hole there, except that I'm going to drill a hole in this piece about in that same spot, this way, sorry. So that's gonna, I want them to be relatively close. Let me just double check this again here. Yeah, I gotta go over a little bit. So that when you look at it, it'll look like they're lined up anyway. Alright, so that's center. This one's a little thicker, so I'll have to adjust my fence back a little to make the next one. And I'm just doing a press fit with these magnets. So this is a 64th under, under a half, so 31/64. And really the depth is not that critical because it's got to be deep enough, but if I go too deep, it's not a big deal. That magnet will stay flush. All right, those went in pretty nice. Let me show you how I'm going to handle the other part on the door. It looks pretty good. Little shim. Oh, I can't get over. I'm gonna have to take this off. Turn the line so I can just see it. Let me get a clamp on this. Yeah. All right, I got my jig in position here. I decided to not put screws in it. It's pretty sturdy. And I've got it located so I can just see the line. I've got a depth stop on my drill bit here so I don't go too far, but I do want it to go, I don't want to have to drill it again, so I've got it to go slightly past the depth that I'm looking for. Boy, I'm glad I don't have to do that again. That worked out pretty good. Nice. Now I'll set up and do the other one. All right. A little tear out on that one. See if I can't cut that back. All in all, not too bad. Alright, now I just gotta get my two magnets in there. Then I'll locate my screws in the doors. I'll show you how I'm gonna do that in just a minute. Alright, Sorry, I got a little overzealous with this one on the left. It's in deeper than this one, I'll put it that way. So this one I could go a little bit deeper on that side, on the bottom here. There. Okay. All right, so now to locate the door closure or the magnetized part, I'm just going to use a screw, center it up on that. And actually I'm going to move it a little bit to the left, or no, to the right, because when that comes in, the arc is going to take it. Now it should be all right. I'm just going to center it best I can. And that's where I'm going to drill my hole. All right, that works. About half an inch away, it starts to pull it in. That's good. I'll do the other one. Finish up the other doors and then come back and take one final look. Okay, for all intents and purposes, it's finished. I mean, there's tools, more tools I can hang, but I've got handholds, catches. Most of the tools that I want to have hung are done, and then I can show you close-ups of these doors later, but you know, I've got the catches behind these now so that they don't fly open. And that works good. 2 drawers here, you know. A lot of space up there to work with yet. And all in all, I'm pretty pleased with the way it's turned out. So the right door, now this is as far as it'll open because of my dust collector back there, but I've got some, basically I've got some marking tools, some triangles here, my kerf maker and my mortise, or tenon maker, I guess they call it. So I just kind of built a board to capture these things so they wouldn't fall out, but also have a nice protective home. My center finder head for my Starrett, an extra tri-square head, my 2 handmade marking gauges, my Jessam and Bridge City scratch awl, and then my marking knife. I just kind of routed out a space and used a little magnet here to keep that from falling out. And then up on top, my hand Japanese saws and flush cut saws. Got room for a couple more up there. Okay, so my left door, you know, got doors, a door on the door, I guess, but I got a magnetic catch here to keep this closed, which works well. I got my squares on here, and you'll see that I've got some holes here. And I learned a lesson the hard way. I had my adjustable tri-square on there, both of them. This was added later, my compass, but I had these on there, but these knobs protrude just a fraction too far, and they ran into the drawers. So they have to go up higher into that space where the plane till is. And I'm not going to drop these down. I like them up there. I like the holders that I've made. We got a little notch there to capture the saddle, which keeps it from going this way, and the blade in the slot keeps it from falling out. So I made a little holder here for my compass. That worked out good. So I'll figure out something that can go in here. I'm not too concerned about that. And then my protractor head is up on top here. And again, I've got a door that's got a magnetic catch on it with these chisels behind it. Space up here yet. And really happy with that. So these might be going up here somewhere because I've got room up there for the knobs, but I'll figure that out. From here on out, it's just kind of personal preference. Where do you want to put stuff? I've got my trammel head, homemade trammel head set up that fits. I'm gonna put that up here, and that'll be nice. So everything is coming together. I really like the way it's going. And then you can see my hand pull down here. And I like that because it's hidden, but does the job. Thanks for watching.